Exploitation of children remains the worst form of child labor in our region. More alarming fact is that trafficking of little kids for domestic work has gradually increased as these little ones have no strength to raise their voices against the injustice happening to them. With the deteriorating economic and political conditions in this region, it seems the number of children exploited as laborers is increasing. Is there anybody to stop this injustice? The question mark remained for ages. It is no more a question but an exclamatory. The alarm bells have rung, and now there is a constant check on the exploitation of working children. Let's take a quick look on the 6 main facts on why children turn out to be child laborers. Most children work because their families are poor and their labor is necessary for their survival.
మేము విజయవాడలోనే ఉండేవాళ్ళం. అయితే నేను చదువుకోలేదు, స్కూల్కి వెళ్ళాను కానీ 2 రోజులేమో పనికి వెళ్ళేది, 1 రోజు స్కూల్కి వెళ్ళేది. ఇక అట్లానే అమ్మమ్మ పని మానిపించేసి బడి మానిపించేసి పనికి తీసుకెళ్ళింది. నానేమో తాగుతాడు, ఇంట్లోకి అసలు డబ్బులు ఇవ్వడు. ఒక రోజున ఏమైందంటే నాన్న వస్తున్నాడులే అమ్మ ఇవాళ పని లేదంట, నువ్వు ఇంటికాడే ఉండని అమ్మ చెప్పిందని ఇంటికాడే ఉన్నాను. నేను ఇంటికాడ ఉంటే ఆటోలో వెళ్తుంటే ఈ లారీ వచ్చి గుద్దేసింది. ఇంకా అక్కడికక్కడ అమ్మ నాన్న చనిపోయారు. మా మామ ఉన్నాడు, మా మామయ్యను మా అత్తమ్మ వచ్చారు నా దగ్గరికి వచ్చి ఇక్కడ లింగంపల్లి తీసుకొచ్చిన 1 నెల రోజులు బాగానే చూశాడు. తర్వాత సిమెంట్ పనికి వెళ్ళమన్నాడు. నాకేమో ఆ పని చేత రాదు, వ్యవసాయం పనులు అంటే అన్నీ వచ్చు, నాకు రావు మామయ్య, నేను వ్యవసాయం పనులకి వెళ్తాను తీసుకెళ్ళని చెప్తే ఇక్కడ వ్యవసాయం పనులు ఉండు, సిమెంట్ పనికి వెళ్ళు లేదా ఇళ్లలో పనికి వెళ్ళమంటే సిమెంట్ పనికి అట్లా నేను నేర్చుకున్నాను. ఇంటికాడేమో అత్త పని చేయకపోతేనేమో అత్తమ్మ తిట్టేది, పనికి వెళ్ళకపోతే మామయ్య కొట్టేవాడు, అత్తమ్మ కొట్టేది. అక్కడ పని చేయకపోతే వాళ్ళు తిట్టేవాళ్ళు. మామేమో అన్నం పెట్టేవాడు కాదు, అత్తమ్మ అన్నం పెట్టేది కాదు, ఎప్పుడన్నా పెట్టినా కూడా కారం మెతుకులు పెట్టేవాళ్ళు.
Children are often employed and exploited because, compared to adults, they are more vulnerable, cheaper to hire, and are less likely to demand higher wages or better working conditions.
మా అమ్మాలేమో వ్యవసాయం పని చేస్తారు. నేను ఫస్ట్ బర్రెలను కాస్తే ఇక్కడికి ఒక ఆమె తీసుకొచ్చి చదివిపిస్తాను తీసుకొచ్చి పనిలో పెట్టింది. ఇక్కడ వాళ్ళు పని చేస్తుంటే వాళ్ళు బాగా కొట్టేవారు.
For many children, school is not an option. Education can be expensive, and some parents feel that what their children get to learn at school is irrelevant to the realities of their everyday lives and futures. So the kids are encouraged to work.
విజయనగర్లో నేను పనిచేసేదాన్ని. దాంట్లో సత్యనారాయణను మహేశ్వరుల ఇంట్లో పనిచేసేదాన్ని. వాళ్ళు అన్నం పెట్టేవాళ్ళు కాదు, తాళాలు వేసుకుని అలా వెళ్ళిపోయేవాళ్ళు, బాగా కొట్టేవారు. పొద్దున్న 5 గంటలకు లేసేదాన్ని. 5 గంటల నుంచి రాత్రి 11 గంటల వరకు పనే ఉండేది. పని సరిగ్గా చేయకపోతే ఆమె కొట్టేది. వాళ్ళ ఆయన కూడా కొట్టేవాడు. పని కూడా మంచిగా చేయకపోతే మొత్తము మచ్చలతో పడిపోయి కాళ్ళు అలా పలిగిపోయాయి, రక్తాలు వచ్చాయి.
As well as being a result of poverty, child labor also perpetuates poverty. Many working children do not have the opportunity to go to school and often grow up to be unskilled adults trapped in poorly paid jobs and in turn will look to their own children to supplement the family's income.
మాది వైజాగ్ దగ్గర కరకాని పల్లెటూరు. నేను అక్కడ ఫస్ట్ 5 వరకు చదువుకున్నాను. తర్వాత ఏమో హాస్టల్లోకి వేస్తే హాస్టల్లో నుంచి ఇంకా నాకు అక్కడేం బాగాలేదని వేరే రాజమండ్రి వెళ్ళినా అక్కడేమో మా అత్తయ్య పనికి పెట్టింది. మంచిగా చూస్తారు, ఉట్టు బాబుని ఆడొచ్చమని చెప్తే సరే నేను వెళ్ళాను. అప్పటి వరకు నాకు వంటలు ఏమీ రావు. తర్వాత నాకు ఇంక వంట అవన్నీ నేర్చుకున్నాక ఇంక నన్ను బాగా కొట్టేవారు. కొంచెం చేయకపోయినా కొట్టేవారు. బట్టలు ఉతకడం, బాత్రూమ్ కడగడం, ఇంకా ఇల్లు ఉడిచి తడిబట్టి పెట్టడం మొత్తం పని చేయించేవారు. చేసిన అలాగే 4 సంవత్సరాల దగ్గర ఉన్నాను.
Many children working in hazardous conditions are in danger of injury, even death.
నేను పని చేస్తున్నప్పుడు అక్కడ బర్రెలు అవన్నీ కాపించేటోళ్ళు. వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో పనులు బట్టలు ఉతకటము, బాసనలు తోమడము, అవన్నీ అది ఇల్లు కడిపించడము, ఊకడం అవన్నీ చేపించేటోళ్ళు. వాళ్ళు నన్ను చాలా కొట్టి చాలా హింస పెట్టేటోడు. అయితే ఒకరోజు గనేట్ రాళ్ళు అట్లా మోస్తుంటే, గనేట్ రాళ్ళు మోసి ఇట్లా వస్తుంటే
ఇంకా అన్నం తిన్నికి వస్తుంటే అన్నం తిన్న తర్వాత అంటుంది నువ్వు తొందర తింటావు తినవా అని చెప్పేసి నన్ను గుణపంతో ఇక్కడ పొడిచింది.
The government of Andhra Pradesh Department of Labour dreamt of a state with loads of prosperity.
I have taken over the charge as Deputy Commissioner of Labour, heading Twin Cities of Hyderabad in 2005 in June. There are several enactments with which we need to deal, and of all the enactments, child labour is one among them, and we have taken it very seriously to enforce the law pertaining to child labour. And most of the people and official front and public also have a lot of aversion towards this subject. Somehow majority of the public also do not like this subject because they think that it is not enforceable and it is not implementable. Still they have the lot of sympathies for the employers who engage in child labour. As far as I am concerned, I thought it is because almost all the laws, labour laws, they deal with adults only, adult employees. So all these laws are applicable to the adult labour only, except child labour. And we will be working towards the enforcement of those laws. And we don't generally focus much on child labour employment. That was the situation before 2005. And of course we have been talking about elimination of child labour for the last 15 years or so, yet we were not really charged and we were not seriously involved in eradication of child labour programs.
That minute, the active members of the Department of Labour gathered all their ideas and strengths. An initiative was taken to rescue the future of India, even before the ban on child labour was officially announced.
We have hardly 30 officers in Hyderabad in Labour Department, and we have divided the entire Hyderabad Twin Cities into 37 circles, and we wanted to focus one circle a day. So we are divided into 4 or 5 teams, and we used to round up each circle every day. In that way, we used to visit, inspect each and every shop and establishment every day, and we used to book the cases against the managements.
The decision was tough and demanded loads of courage.
We as enforcement officers, we used to think that we are filing claims, it's okay whether the benefit is going to them or not. And supposing we try to rehabilitate them, we had a question in our mind, where are we going to take these children? One thing. And if we take them, what about their parents who are very poor? And they used to come from neighboring states also. How are they going to go back? That was the question posed by them also. At least they used to get 2 square meals. But if you rehabilitate them, where are you going to take them? Even a morsel of food also you are snatching away from them.
As a fruit to their labour, the officers heard a good news. It's time to celebrate. The ban on child labour was announced with effect from October 10, 2006.
ఫస్ట్ కేసు ట్రేస్ చేసి నమోదు చేసినప్పుడు కొద్దిగా డిఫికల్టీ అనిపించింది, కానీ తర్వాత అది రొటీన్లోకి వచ్చేసే వరకు అలా అదేమనిపించలేదు. పాపం తీసుకుని వెళ్ళటము, ఏజ్ సర్టిఫికెట్ గవర్నమెంట్ హాస్పిటల్లో తీసుకున్నాము, కోర్టులో ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేసాము. అంత పెద్ద కష్టమే అనిపించలేదు. మామూలుగా ఈ వర్క్ మనం కూడా చేయగలము, ఎఫర్ట్ పెడితే it is possible.
The officers were then equipped with weapons of courage and determination, and the announcement of ban on child labour became a supporting tool for the hard-working officers.
The government has taken steps to and employed so many people to survey the employment of child labour in all over the AP state, and many steps are taken and so many people are identified as a child labour. They are working in different occupations, processes and the shops and establishments in everywhere. So after that we have taken action, but as per the Shops and Establishment Act there is a meagre punishment. So because of that there is no effect. But after that the Child Labour Act has taken as a measure to tackle this issue, and the penalty is also more in Child Labour Act, the special act enacted by the central government. So, basing on this act, we have made many rights and we have rescued so many children.
Meanwhile, the Children's Day was in. The department organized an interesting program and named it CLEAR, Child Labour Elimination and Awareness Run. Interestingly, many students, NGOs and volunteers participated in the run and led it towards success. It was a hard time for the employers of child labour after the ban on child labour came into existence. Number of cases were booked against the employers of child labour, and the little kids were rescued and housed in government rescue homes.
What we have done is, repeatedly we started booking the cases under Shops and Establishment Act, and we started using the enforcement of even Minimum Wages Act. The child who has been engaged for the period for which he is entitled to minimum wages. We started calculating high compensations, imposing compensation, and recovering that kind of compensation from the employers and depositing in the name of the child. So in that way we are successful in bringing a kind of pressure on the employers pertaining to shops and establishments in Hyderabad.
Several social organizations, volunteers from various colleges in the city, and the media have joined their hands with the Labour Department officials in the struggle to implement elimination of child labour in the city.
Almost all the media channels, including print media, have cooperated very nicely and highlighted all the efforts of the Labour Department and other partners of the department. And in that way we could successfully conduct our raids and successfully rescue number of children who were employed in domestic field.
The twin problems of child labour and lack of access to mainstream education for poor children have been addressed together with remarkable success.
బాల కార్మిక వ్యవస్థ నిర్మూలన అసాధ్యమనే విషయం చాలా చోట్ల చాలామంది చెప్తుంటారు, కానీ మా అనుభవంలో ముఖ్యంగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ విషయానికి వచ్చినప్పుడు చాలా స్పష్టంగా ప్రభుత్వాలు కానీ అధికార యంత్రాంగం కానీ ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో మాత్రం బాల కార్మిక వ్యవస్థ నిర్మూలన సాధ్యమే అనేది ఒక పర్సెప్షన్ను రాష్ట్ర వ్యాప్తంగా చేయడం జరిగింది. ఇమ్మీడియట్గా ఆ పిల్లల్ని బాల కార్మికుల్ని ఇళ్లలో నుంచి విముక్తి చేయగానే వారికి కౌన్సిలింగ్ చేయడము, బ్రిడ్జ్ కోర్స్ అనేది ఇమ్మీడియట్గా ఉండడము, తల్లిదండ్రులను కాంటాక్ట్ చేయడము, ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఒక పద్ధతి ప్రకారంగా జరగాల్సిన అంశాలు. అందులో కూడా కొన్ని ఛాలెంజెస్ మేము ఎదుర్కోవడం జరిగింది. అన్ని ఒత్తిడులకు కూడా తట్టుకోవాలనే ఛాలెంజ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో అది ముఖ్యంగా రాష్ట్రంలో లేబర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ తట్టుకుందనే నేను చెప్పగలను.
The goals are threefold. Firstly, to create awareness among the disadvantaged sections of the society regarding their social, economic and political predicament. Secondly, to facilitate processes towards building of a civil society through collective action, participation and community-based initiative. Thirdly, to work towards elimination of child labour.
UNICEF doesn't work in isolation. We work with the government of Andhra Pradesh or government of Karnataka or government of India. And the primary work is support government in its action. And I would like to say that all our effort today are only in complement to what government is already doing. And in that part, we have been engaged in full-fledged campaign against child labor, strengthening the department to ensure that they can respond to the need of those children, ensuring that bridging schools are available, so when we move children from the labor forces, they are back into normal education, so they can be mainstream. Supporting the program of government to ensure that in quality education, the quality education can respond to the need of those children. We have been working also in preventing trafficking of children, because children are trafficked sometimes to be put in the labor force. So working again closely with the Department of Labor, Department of Justice, the NGO society, civil society, communities, to work in educating families and communities about the importance of children in school and children out of labor.
In the global fight against child labor, the employers and their associations play a vital role.
Andhra Pradesh was known to be having maximum number of child labor in India. So that is how ILO has chosen to conduct some seminar or workshop to involve employers. Labor Department of Government of Andhra Pradesh, they organized a meeting in the 2002, and there the statewide employers associations were called for the meeting, and the ILO, State Labor Department and the Industries Department, all principal secretaries came and addressed the employers, saying that you have to also work for the elimination of child labor, because it is employers are creating the demand. If employers do not employ children, naturally child labor will not be there, at least in industries and factories. Then the employers thought, yes, it is a wide decision. Associations were formed saying that cease child labor, that is consortium from employers associations for elimination of child labor. In that, 22 associations, state-based employers associations were formed. So to bring awareness amongst all the employers associations and the factories and the industries, a number of seminars and workshops were conducted. In that workshops, all the departments were involved, like Labor Department, Police Department, District Collectors, civil society organizations, trade unions, all of them were involved, and everybody realized, that is, employers have realized, yes, there is a greater need for us to employ or not to employ children in their factories or establishments.
The contribution of the member associations in elimination of child labor is commendable, and various national and international agencies have appreciated the progress of the project. It may be noted that this is a unique project in the country where many associations have joined their hands and hearts to work for the noble cause.
Employers Federation of Southern India AP branch has taken a lead in formation and subsequently in the functioning of this particular child labor. There are more than 25 organizations who have become members, and we have worked relentlessly for the elimination of child labor, particularly concentrating on awareness and capacity building programs across the state of Andhra Pradesh. The real stakeholders for this particular child labor eradication subject is concerned is mainly the government, employers, trade unions, civil society network, and especially the parent community, who have to take the lead in helping the agencies in eradicating the child labor and subsequent ill effects of it.
Now the question is, why should a child go to school? Because good schooling represents a break with the past, presenting the opportunity to accomplish things that one might otherwise only dream about.
Once the law enforcing department has done its job, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan steps in and try to bridge the gap. So we work in convergence with Labor Department to see that the rescued child labor, they are put into bridge courses where accommodation, food and teaching facilities available, so that once the knowledge gap is bridged, they will be mainstreamed into the regular schools.
For too many of our people, education is the great divide between their dreams and the reality of their lives. And if that gap is to be bridged, we must present all children with the opportunity to join the mainstream. The first step must therefore be quite clear. Get the children to school.
ఇప్పుడు ఈ స్థాయికి వచ్చాను, 7th క్లాస్ రాశాను. ఆమె దేవాల నాకు అమ్మ నాన్నలు చెప్పని చాలా బాగా చూస్తారు. ఇక్కడ ఉన్న టీచర్ వాళ్ళు ఎవరు తిట్టారు, ఇంత మంచిగా మా అమ్మ నాన్న కూడా చూడలేదు.
ఇక్కడికి వచ్చాక బాగుంది, బాగా చూస్తారు. టీచర్ వాళ్ళు కూడా మంచి చూస్తారు, ఇంటికి కూడా పంపిస్తారు. ఎంతవరకు చదివిస్తే అంతవరకు చదువుకుంటాను. నేను టీచర్ అవ్వాలని
నేను ఎప్పుడు చదువుకోలేను, ఇక్కడికి వచ్చినాక చదువుకున్నా. 7th రాసిన, ఇప్పుడు మంచిగా చదువుకుంటున్నా. టీచర్
7th చదువుతున్నా. ఇప్పుడు 7th చదివి చాలా ఇంకా చదవాలని అనుకుంటున్నా, లాయర్ కావాలని అనుకుంటున్నా.
We should all be convinced that it is possible to eradicate child labor in our country. This has been adequately demonstrated in Hyderabad, wherein from a high of about 60,000 estimated child laborers in Hyderabad 3 years back, the number we have been able to bring it down to below 5,000. The way to go forward is that everybody has to join hands. We should, if anywhere we see a child laborer, we should not say that we can't do anything. We should immediately stop, give information to the concerned authorities. There is a very simple number which is 1098. We can dial this number. This is a child line number, and I can assure you that definitely efforts will be made to rescue the child you identify and to give the child a better future.
Come join hands with the Labour Department, be part of task force and make the state child labour free.
The end of child labour. Together, we can do it.